K975, home to the morning hustle. Ayeeedubb is Sue IB, and I have a very, very special guest in the building. Get up for Eriq Trilly.
What's up, y'all? Thank you for having me, Ayeeedubb.
Of course. How you doing? How you feeling? How you living?
I'm good, man. Just been being a father, just chilling, really. Just trying to get ready for my next move as far as music and what we about to do. Just gearing up,
You got a lot of stuff coming?
I do.
I'm guessing?
I do.
Okay.
But I got stuff that I don't even, I know what I want to do, but I just want to know, I'm just trying to figure out how to play it. I just put out an album last year called The Panda in the Swamp. It's available on all streams and available to buy right now. Go get that. Go stream that right now. It's partly talking about the single I'm about to start pushing from their album, Sports Center. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get the most out of my content and how to go forward with the stuff that I got that I'm working on now.
For sure. We're going to talk about the music. We're going to talk about the content. But I think this interview is kind of special because I think you're the first person I've interviewed from Salisbury, where we're both from.
Shout out to the foe, East Spencer.
Period. Or
Shout
East Spencer,
But
Salisbury.
it's Salisbury. You know what I'm saying? You went to the wrong school, but it's okay.
Maybe
we ain't
you
going to
went
talk
to the
about
wrong
that.
school. Hold on now.
Nah. I think the green and gold, North Rowan. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
Red, black, and gold is what we do.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I love people out there. I think we have some of the similar people we talked on another podcast interview we have done. We've talked a little bit about our connections to people in East Spencer and Salisbury. So, but my first ever from that part of 704.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be here. Glad to be the first one. And I hope this ain't my last time, you know what I'm saying? Well, I know it ain't going to be my last time because...
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll come back when you on tour and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You got to you do all these things.
Speak that.
Yeah.
We need that.
So it is interesting because us coming from that same area, how was it for you, growing up and getting into the music side where I really didn't come into radio growing up in Salisbury. So how did you get into music on the East Spencer side?
Well, music is second nature to me. I grew up in a church like most black people in the South, but my grandmother was the minister of music for the church that we went to. So I grew up with a piano in my house. So music is all I always knew I was gonna do something with it, but I just didn't know what. Me finding my own voice as far as rap though came as a mistake. I started, I used to have real bad anger issues when I was a kid. So when I used to go to therapy, they used to tell me to write my thoughts out, and those turned into rhymes. And then it was oh shit, can I cuss up here?
You can.
It's oh shit, I can rap. You know what I'm saying? So once I figured that out, I didn't tell nobody for a while. It was just me just rapping. And then I said I got to school. I met my boy from up this way. Shout out to A1 Bundy. You know what I'm saying? He's from Raleigh. And I met him at Livingstone. That's also in Salisbury. So when I met him, I seen that he was rapping. I basically just randomly went up to him and just started rapping. And he was just oh, shit. And then, from there, we became cool. And then I found my confidence and I put out my first body. And it's just from there. I've just been doing stuff. But I'll say seriously since 2016, 17.
Okay.
Seriously.
It's been some years, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been doing this since 2010, 2011. But I say seriously. I got serious about 2016, 17.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's so interesting because when I was growing up, I wanted to kind of do stuff like this, but being in Salisbury, I was it's such a small town.
Yeah.
I'm never going to leave. I don't know how to get to New York.
Exactly.
I have no idea. So
that's what we was fed though. It was you have to go to New York to get that. You can only be on the radio because that's all they showed on the TV or whatever. So I definitely understand where you coming from with that sentiment. For a long time, I thought that's what was cool. You know what I mean? So I get that.
Yeah, and it's as getting older and stuff, you realize how many people else are from small towns Trinity and little spots in Wilson and Winston and Greensboro and all these other places, and they come up here to Raleigh, Charlotte, and they go into the big cities. They end up going on tour. So it's kind of crazy how we think at that time that small town, small mindset, but if we the ones that get out of it,
you can.
You can.
Yeah.
So
I've been.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, sure, interview,
Now I was
go
just about
ahead.
to say I've been thinking about branching out though, moving to another city, just to see what I can get done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So
I
you still
understand
in East Spencer or?
I'm in Salisbury.
Oh,
yeah.
in Salisbury.
Yeah.
Would you want to go to like Charlotte, Raleigh,
Probably,
or like
probably Raleigh.
State?
I'll probably come up here for real.
Okay. The housing market is good.
That's
It's
good
a little
to
better.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe.
How was it? Well, what kind of musical influences did you have? I know you said you come from the church, but was there like some of your favorite like artists growing up and things like that?
It's a lot. I mean, just go from gospel to. I mean, the first rapper that I'll say caught my attention for real was like the first time I knew I wanted to rap. I say it was like Jay-Z, but at the same time it was Outkast too. Like it was a lot. So you got my mom. Like I said, my grandmother was gospel. My mom was more like LL Cool J, New Edition, all that type stuff. My dad was more like DMX, Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Then you got my aunt. She was listening to Whitney Houston, Pac, and stuff like that. Then I had an uncle who's alternative. He listened to like Lenny Kravitz and Nirvana and shit like that. So I grew up around all of that, and I took a little something from everybody. So I guess that's where you could say I have a lot of influences. I listen to everything.
So we can trust you with the ox, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. At any setting though, like I'll turn it up. Yeah.
That's important too, like, because some people have like a good ox, but it's like for that one
Yeah.
feeling. We
Yeah,
need
man.
all kinds.
Nah, it's vibes over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you through emotions, and then you're gonna be like, "Why is he playing this here?" But then, yeah, you'll understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm good with the ox. I'm good with the ox for sure.
Okay. And speaking of like good vibes, I was looking through your Instagram and I noticed a couple of videos where you had like a live band with you. I think they're called the Coochie Wetters.
Yes.
Is that where are they from?
They from Salisbury too.
Okay.
One of my bass player, he's in another band right now, so he's on tour. But those guys are a collective that my manager G kind of hooked me up with. But the keyboard players from Salisbury also, his name is Delvin Mills.
Okay.
Really great musician.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And him, we got Jalen Brown on the guitar, Mark on the bass, and then Tavo on the drums. And that day you saw us was the first time we performed together.
Really?
And from then it was just a vibe. I'm like, these the Coochie Wetters, man. Like it's a vibe in here. Everybody was, pretty humid. So that's what I'll say. You know what I'm saying? But no, it was a good vibe, and those guys are great, man. And I hope that we can do something special. We got some special stuff planned. I don't want to speak on it too much because they got their own lives, and I don't want to tie them into what I got going on. But
True.
we gonna make it. We gonna make something happen for sure.
So what made you want to like perform with a live band and like kind of put like these soulful sessions or live sessions type of thing? Because you don't see a lot of people doing that. Some people just stick with putting whatever their music video is up. But you did like the whole live band thing.
I gotta give some credit where it's due.
Okay.
This guy beside me, G, he kind of put that bug in my ear. Why don't we do a live band for your listening party? And at first I was like, I'm with it. That sounds dope, but why for the listening party? He was just like, bro, I think it'll just be different. And we ended up catching the chemistry. And then I linked with them on my own, and I formed a relationship with them individually. So it's like an alley-oop. It's like a Magic Johnson, a Kareem type thing.
Oh, I like that.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea because, like I said, you don't see it a lot, and then like it fits. Like from your music, I don't want to say it gets rugged or like compared to I don't know like a Rod Wave or like Beret or something like that, but it's like it's real, and then mentioned with the band gives it kind of like an R&B vibe.
Yeah.
It's like a real mix of like hip hop, rap, and then R&B. You know?
Yeah, it's like exquisite rap kind of
yes.
like on a platter, like we handing it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you mix that with the bars. Like what I'm saying is like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just think we just got to work out the kinks, man. And I got to get more content out. But I do have more content coming with them, so for sure.
Dope.
But yeah, it's just something different, man.
I love people doing different, and like that's unique. So hopefully, I don't know, bring it around town.
That's what I'm talking about. I just don't want to speak.
Okay.
And then things don't work into my favor, but that's what we planning on doing, a little something like that though, for sure.
Love
so if
that.
you know of any venues, or if you can throw that alley-oop and get us.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? We can make that happen up here for sure.
For sure. There's a bunch out here. I don't know what new ones are like over back home, but Raleigh, you have a good amount.
I'm talking about like up here, yeah. Like
come this way. I'll let you know. Yeah.
I bet we gonna link. We gonna talk. We gonna talk
the interview. I also want to talk about, you mentioned earlier in the interview, the Ponder in the Swamp. What does that? I think I have an idea what it means, but what does it mean? Why that name for the project, the last project?
Because I've always been different from my environment, from where I grew up. The swamp is what we call East Spencer, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
So in the swamp you have gators, but I'm a panda. So that's what my persona is. That's what I like. That's what I exemplify. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my energy. It's just I'm real even keel, like sometimes a lot, but I can get aggressive.
Yeah.
And that's pandas. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. They really just want to be in their tree eating their bamboo. But if you fuck with them, you gonna really figure out like pandas ain't to be fucked with like that. So
facts.
it's like, yeah, and I had to adapt. So the Panda in the Swamp is basically about being out of place but fitting in, because you make yourself fit in to your environment and dealing with the things around it. So it's like almost like a metaphor, kind of.
You thought about that like a long time, like you knew you was gonna like name this, or
I've been
it
thinking
kinda
about
came?
this album since 2016.
Damn. Okay.
So it's like certain things I mapped. Like everything that's happened was supposed to happen this way. You know what I'm saying? So I've been thinking about that. The title, it's been very calculated. It's something that I knew I was gonna do a long time ago. So yeah, even the next project that I'm working on I knew I was gonna do that after this. Then I just didn't know what the content was gonna be.
Yeah.
So everything has fell into place to this point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just keep working and just keep trying to get that quality music and find my sound, like really find my sound, find my niche and double down on it and just get this content, try to get my content out and be more visible. That's my problem. Like I'm a little too much of a recluse.
Okay.
Like
You just want to like put yourself out there much, or
it ain't even that I don't want to do it, because I want to do it. Obviously, I want to be a rapper. I just don't know. I want it to be authentic to me. I don't want to follow a trend.
Right.
So I want it to be right, really. So I just don't know what right is, and I'm just trying to figure that out. So that's why you see little clips of the band. You see other little clips that I'm putting out, but it's like, even me doing like a Triller video or like a TikTok, I don't know. Like, I don't want to just do rap over like rapping and like, hey, I'm a rapper from here. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Because everybody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? I want to stand out. And to stand out, you have to be methodical about social media. Even with your method, you have to be consistent with it. So whatever you come up with, you got to be able to put it out at a hot clip. And you got to be able to edit and do whatever you want to do, however you want to look. You got to be able to do that, or have somebody that knows to do that. And right now, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to attack content, really, so I could get more of myself out there.
Well, it's good that you at least know that, because some people try to put on being like, oh, I don't need to no Triller.
I shied away from it for a long time. Me and him have a lot of arguments about it. But it's like, at the same time, I know he's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you're right, but we have to come to a common ground so it makes sense. But yeah, that was my biggest hurdle. That's been my biggest hurdle with social media, really.
Maybe it's time to hire a social media manager.
Maybe.
Because it's hard. I do a lot of stuff by myself because I have a distinct vision of like I know how to edit my videos how I want how my interviews to come out, because some people will clip things that I want to keep in. So it's kind of tough for me too, like getting socials and like content out. But so I'm like, I can tell you to hire somebody, but it's like you know your art better than anybody else. So it'd be kind of hard to try to find that person to get you right. So I understand the struggles that it comes with.
You get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. Dang. But I will give you that the content I have seen, regardless if it's like consistent, like once or twice a week, or it's so well put out, like quality is good. It fits your music and your style.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah, so definitely give you props for that, because sometimes I have people in here that's like, it'd be like a label call and they have like 2 posts up, and I'm like, all right, what can I like feed off of? But like just looking at you and like, of course, meeting you and know where we come from, it just kind of is like you're on the right track. So
that makes me
get
feel
better
good.
Than if it's already good now. Just imagine, with the team or like years to come and like more songs and things like that. So
for sure, I appreciate that.
Of course. And I know you're trying to keep couple things like on, the hush hush that you have coming up. But what do you hope to accomplish this year? What's like your long-term goals? Who do you want to work with? Kind of like speaking into existence type thing without giving, unless you already have something solidified and we need to keep it hush hush.
Nah,
what do you
like
hope
that.
To achieve?
I really want to get my hands in merch. I want to actually perform like more. Just be out there, really. As far as working with people, I'm willing to work with whoever if it makes sense. But also really just try to stay focused in what I want to do. Like period. Whether that be because I know I have an album coming. I'm going to drop something by the end of the year. But other than that, I don't really have like plans, if that makes sense. So whatever happens, I want it to happen organically. What I want to happen, I mean, obviously I would love to get signed. I would love to come across some money. I would love to come across the opportunity. But like I said, I mean, with that just, I have to do the work on my end to make that happen. So I can't really say what I want. But what I know I will do is I'm going to work towards that. And I'm going to make that goal. I really wanted this year be able to stop working.
Yeah.
Like, I want this to be my last year working. And I want to be able to make my money off merch and music and whatever else I'm doing. The shows with the coochie wetters.
Yeah.
Content. Whatever the fuck. Like, I'm just tired of having to clock in for somebody. I want to be able to work on this 24/7.
Period.
Music. The company that I founded, Foolish Pride. That's the label. That's like what everything is under. So I mean, yeah, I'm trying to make it so my son can work for me. I want to be his first and last job. And if he want to go work for somebody else, he could do that. But he don't have to. So
yeah,
that's what I'm working towards. Just not working no more and trying to get closer to the end goal, which is get signed and get a deal going. And not even like just sign a deal, but like something like a good situation for me and my brothers. Like that way they can get they pay back and we'll all be good. You know what I mean?
Is there like a label that you would like want to be a part of, like, or like a team, like TDE or Dreamville, or just like Def Jam?
If I have, all right. So if you asking me that, like, if I would love, like, all right. I mean, if I had to join somebody, Dreamville, Jet Life, TDE, PG Lane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That
so
type.
So like they already have like their roster and like stuff like that type of thing that you
a well-oiled machine. Somebody who like I would come in and they would know what I need to work on, what I need to do, and then we would work on that and then pick and plug. But I wouldn't do like a long-term deal if I'm being honest, because I want to be them. Like I want to be Kendrick and Cole. So it's like they didn't stay in their deals too long. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
whatever helped me get me and my bros to the next point. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm for. And that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to work towards that. So I'm glad you said that, to be specific, so we can speak that into existence for real.
I read somewhere it was like, if someone was like, oh, I want a new car. What kind of new car?
Yeah.
What color?
Right.
Where do you want to get it from? Like, someone said to be specific and like what you want to do and what you want in life. Ever since they said that, I was like, well, let's get specific. So I try to like boost that into everybody when they like speak about things. But it's going to happen.
Yeah,
It's
for
definitely
sure.
gonna happen.
It is.
Yeah. Well, Trilly, I appreciate you coming up to Raleigh, the 919.
Yes,
Now that
ma'am.
drive was, you had a little itches, little bumps in the road.
Yeah,
but,
just a little bit.
Yeah, but I appreciate you coming through. Let everybody know where they can follow you, get to know you, get the music, get the album, get the merch. Let them know.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Eriq Trilly, ERIQTRILLY. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, all that at the same Eriq Trilly. All my music is available for download, stream, purchase right now. Go get that. Support a young black man trying to be independent out here in this world, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, I appreciate you for having me, Ayeeedubb, for real.
Yeah,
this is
for
a great opportunity, man, and I'm forever grateful for that.
For sure. We're going to get you to sign the wall. We're going to get you to do some artist drops.
Okay,
do the whole
bet.
shebang. But again, like I said, I appreciate you. And like I said, you'll be back, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. With Kendrick and J. Cole.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We'll keep it locked to K97.5.